Really, it's just the way the offense is, conducted with Coach Riley. I mean, Spencer would put the ball in areas where he'd expect me to be. And, with the route, the way we have to run it, the combinations, I'd be there. It's just going out there and just, doing the things that we were taught to do. Even with the limited amount of time we had, I mean, when we got back, we hit the ball rolling, as much throwing sessions as we can get as receivers, because we had a really young room last year. So, that's how it happened. Well, I had a great year last year, but I want to keep building on it. Anything, lower than that would be, in my eyes, if I did the same stuff I did last year, I mean, there's no growth. So I want to keep growing as a player, as a leader on this team, and just as a teammate, for everyone else. And this spring, I'm really excited about it. It's something that I haven't done and something that some of the older guys above me haven't done either, just because of the timetable. So I just like the extra practices, getting to know, more stuff with the coaches, getting into the offense more, just know things around me instead of my personal job, know the other things guys are doing around me. My role like that is tremendously different than it was last year. Even from when the season started to now, like Coach Simmons talked to me about it, like midway through the season last year, like guys are going to start looking up to you, like to be a leader and stuff like that. So it's kind of weird just how I put myself in this position, especially here at the University of Oklahoma. But it's kind of cool being able to coach those guys up and them come to you and ask questions on something that they're confused about, they're unsure about. It's kind of like a big brother, little brother role. It's pretty cool, last year being one of the youngest guys on the team. I mean, it's kind of different, especially since from being a senior in high school to coming here. But Mario's a little twitchy guy, is really quick, explosive. So just being able to let him know, hey, do this, blah, 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 this is what you got, try to run it this way if this happens. It's kind of cool being able to coach other guys up just from the role I had last year, this year. Yeah, I mean, whenever COVID hit about this time last year, I mean, it was kind of, go train on your own, work out on your own. So kind of got with a guy back from home, try to get my body as prepared as it could be, for the upcoming season or when I got back to school for workouts. And I was at a disadvantage, but so were the other guys, coming in during the summer just because they missed so much time too. So basically just, staying on myself, make myself get up every day, do the extra stuff I needed to do. And then from the playbook, I mean, it was just all memorization, just mental. So he was a great quarterback. I mean, as highly touted as he was coming in, I mean, he's living up to the expectations. He's a great guy, fun guy to talk to, play around with. I mean, he's doing everything we expect him to do, and he's going to keep growing, so I'm really excited about him. It was a great quarterback. And me and Billy go way back. I played against him in our little league as we were growing up, and he was a year younger, but he would play up. And I want to say it was about since third grade I've been playing against him, and he's a huge competitor. I mean, he brings a lot of athleticism to both sides of the ball, actually. Right now he's primarily on defense working with them, but I mean, the athleticism he brings just from playing with him, from when we were little to high school, I mean, he's a great player. I can't wait to see how he progresses, this spring and even into the fall. Yeah, I mean, it's not hard to build chemistry around here. I mean, you were up here with each other for a lot of the time, even when COVID was happening and we couldn't really hang out outside of practice out of here just because, you didn't want to get positive and then have someone else sit out. I mean, just being able to be here and talk to each other all the time, I mean, it really does grow relationships quite fast. Even going back to me last year, that's still a quick memory in my head. Just when I got here, I didn't really know anyone that well, and then the guys kind of took me on, talking to me, and then we just grew relationships that way. So especially, being up here all the time with the things we have at the facility, we're always spending time together, so it kind of just happens. Yeah, I mean, the 7-on-7s definitely help, just to not have the coaches, not to have the extra pressure of the coaches there and coaching you up and stuff. It's kind of like peer-to-peer type thing, so it's easier to listen, easier to respond back to them, just because the coaches aren't breathing down your neck, hey, do this, do that. When they're out there, it's more like a chill, relaxed thing, they're just playing. So it's easier to see what they're doing, how they're messing up, and it's easier to coach them on it. I mean, that's something, ever since I saw that, something I've been thinking about. Last year running out there against Missouri State in front of, basically an empty stadium. I mean, I was still real nervous, just nervous to play. So now when I run out there first time with a full stadium, I mean, I'm an experienced guy. I'm a sophomore now, but it's going to be nothing I've ever experienced before. So it's going to be real interesting, but I'm really excited about it.
For more information, you can visit TulsaWorld.com.